This is the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam and Hajar alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam receives a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he has to take his wife Hajar alayhi salam and his only newborn son Ismail alayhi salam into the middle of desert, which we now know as Makkah. At those days there was nothing there, no water, no people, nothing. To leave them in the middle of the desert and to return without them. No sources, no people, no food, just leave them there and come back. And so he went on that journey. Hajar alayhi salam knew nothing about it. All she knew was they were going on a journey and they're going to come back home after that journey. But also note here, my dear sisters, how she was obedient and loyal to her husband. Trust between the husband and the wife. He is a prophet of God, and she was obeying him, putting her trust and loyalty in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then her husband. So they went, and when they reached the middle of the desert, they sat down. And Ibrahim alayhi salam stood up, and he started to walk back to Palestine. And he did not ask his wife to follow. So she was walking after him. Ya Ibrahim, who are you leaving us to? There is no one with us, there is no people, there is no food, there is nothing. What are you doing? And Ibrahim alayhi salam did not reply to her. Why? Because if he replies, he will get into a conversation. And if he gets into a conversation, he is afraid his heart may lose itself. He has to fulfill the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has a plan. He just kept walking straight without looking back to her. And she kept on following him. Ya Ibrahim, who are you leaving us to? And he did not reply, just kept walking. Finally, Hajar alayhi salam stopped for a moment and thought, with her piety, with her righteousness, with her knowledge of deen, with her consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, she asked one last question. Ya Ibrahim, is it Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has commanded you to do this? And Ibrahim alayhi salam, still without looking back at her, he replied in only one answer. Yes. And he kept walking. Now Hajar alayhi salam stopped following Ibrahim alayhi salam. She watched her husband walk away. She calmed down and she said, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded you to do this, Allah will not lose us. Allahu Akbar. What a tawakkul, what a dependence, what a reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. See, my dear brothers and sisters, I want you to put yourself in that position. To us, it's an imagination, it's a real life story, it's a true story. But imagine you were really there, and it is you, the woman who her husband is commanded to leave her right there in the middle of nowhere. There are obviously many men who can't even do that what Hajar alayhi salam did as a woman. We are talking about women. Which man could do that? She had the power of hundreds of men at that time at her heart. The power of tawakkul, the power of reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She said, Allah will not lose us. Such reliance upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why would she not be one of those of paradise? This is a great example. Allah will not lose us. So she began to run between Safa and Marwa when food ran out, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them water called Zamzam, and a whole village came and lived around them, and Ismail alayhi salam grew, and Hajar alayhi salam lived among these people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala willed it for them not only to be looked after, but to also grow a whole city, a new tribe in that area which never existed before. And it lasted out of her honor. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored her in the Quran and honored her till today. Millions of Muslims around the world, men and women, to carry out the ritual of a woman. One woman. What do? We actually hurry between Safa and Marwa. What is it? It's walking and hurrying between Safa and Marwa. And why? Just because of one woman. Just because of the tawakkul of one woman. See, my dear brothers and sisters, in this real life story, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed how He subhanahu wa ta'ala can reward someone for their tawakkul. In this story, Hajar alayhi salam. And this is very important for us to ponder upon. And if we have such reliance and tawakkul upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during the difficult times, during the hard times of our life, then Allah's help will come, and we will receive that in a way that we have never imagined. That's for today. See you next time.